Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're not just reading a story. We're stepping inside a monumental, world-changing event, Noah's Ark. This isn't just about a boat. It's about a global reset, and the emotional toll it took on one family. Imagine the world then. Not too different from ours, perhaps, but consumed by chaos and corruption. God looked down and saw a world His creation had ruined, and it grieved Him deeply. But in all that darkness, there was one flickering light, a man named Noah. The Bible says Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. He was a righteous man in a wicked generation. God comes to Noah with the heaviest news imaginable, a complete do-over via a flood. But Noah and his family would be saved. The instruction? Build a massive vessel, an ark. We're talking about a structure the length of a football field and 3 stories high. Can you imagine the sheer scale, the planning, the years of back-breaking labor? And all the while, Noah and his sons were ridiculed. What's the forecast, Noah? Rain? In this drought? Yet Noah kept building, driven not by logic, but by faith and trust in a command he couldn't fully comprehend. This wasn't just construction. It was an act of profound obedience. Finally, the moment arrived. The ark was finished, waterproofed, and ready. And then the animals started coming, not in a stampede, but in an orderly, almost meditative procession, 2 by 2 of every kind. Imagine the noise, the smell, the logistics of feeding them all. This wasn't chaos, it was a miracle of precision. Then came the final moment. Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their wives, 8 people total, stepped inside. The door, which God Himself shut, closed behind them. It sealed the ark off from the world they knew, marking the absolute point of no return. The first drop of rain must have been terrifying. It wasn't a drizzle, it was the sky opening up. The ground beneath their feet disappeared. Outside, the world was dissolving into water, a furious, devastating force. But inside the ark, they were safe. They were tossed around, yes, but held fast by the promise of God. In the midst of that chaos, the small family unit became a source of strength, finding comfort in each other's presence and the shared certainty of their mission. For 40 days and 40 nights, they heard nothing but the roar of the water and the creaking of the wood, a constant reminder of the judgment outside and the grace holding them within. After 150 days, the water began to recede. Imagine the relief, but also the boredom, the confinement. They sent out a raven, then a dove. The first dove came back, finding no place to rest. The second came back with an olive leaf. Proof of dry land, of life returning. Finally, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. After a year of being confined, God told Noah, "Come out." When they stepped out onto solid, wet ground, it wasn't just a physical exit, it was a spiritual rebirth. The first thing Noah did wasn't celebrate. It was to build an altar and offer a sacrifice of thanks. And there, in the quiet aftermath, God spoke a powerful promise. He set His bow in the clouds, the rainbow, as a sign of the covenant, a guarantee that He would never again destroy all life on earth with a flood. Noah's story is a profound reminder that when the world around us feels overwhelming, faith and obedience are the only lifeboats we need. It's a story about preserving what matters, starting over, and the enduring, colorful promise of a new beginning. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share this story of hope with someone who needs it.